I spent 30 years helping businesses make millions. So I really thought I knew how to build an email list for my book launch. But this time, nothing's working. I felt like I was shouting in the void, giving away poems, running contests, and still barely any signups. So I made a hard decision to stop chasing the list and pivot to another path because marketing is a lot like shoes. It's not one size fits all. If you're stuck trying to get your book into readers' hands, this might hit home for you. Let's dive into it. I've tried 3 different email list building techniques, all of them sound in concept, but real short on results. Let's look at them and see why they might have failed, but most importantly, I'm going to show you how I'm going to pivot and what the next steps are going to be. First of all, I offered an exclusive newsletter access, but the value, it just was too vague. People weren't interacting, people weren't into it. Then I ran a giveaway for personalized poems, a poem that they want me to write. It took a ton of energy, but again, it hardly moved the needle. Then my third swing at it, I'm giving away 5 unpublished poems to social media followers. Now this is my latest attempt and it is starting to get a little bit of traction, but it's really not enough. Now, I've used several social media platforms for this, in fact 7. And what I'm finding is people are definitely following, people are engaging with what I have, they like it, they even like when I offer this to them, but they're not actually crossing the line and signing up. Now, this whole collection was much, much slower than I thought it was ever going to be. It's drained a lot of time and energy, but you know what? I always look at it as I learned something. That's why I actually put the channel together, so I can share these things. And it's just not what I wanted to have happen pre-launch. When you're running your own business, whether it's self-published or anything else, sometimes you got to take a half step back and say, hey, am I putting too much energy into something that's leading me down the wrong path? And if so, you need to start thinking about making shifts. I mean, everything I've done in theory should work without a problem. It's worked for me helping other clients in situations like that, but it's not the right fit for my audience at this time. And that's something you never know ahead of time. You do sometimes have to jump in the water to find out how warm or cold it is. And you know what? I'm building momentum and I'm going to shift sort of my efforts and my focus into what's working, and I'm going to go with the momentum and get as much as I can. We all want perfection, but hey, it's not always out there, particularly in the marketing end of business. Now, what my pivot plan is, I'm going to double down on social, being more creative about my posts. I've learned some different editing tweaks and things that just catch people's eyes more. I'm working more on hooks and things like that. I'm really trying to focus on things that are going to get people to engage with me. I'm looking to build my followers as much as possible. I'm treating my social media audience right now as my pre-launch list. So what I'm trying to do is build visibility, meaning with my new posts, changing creative, casting a much broader net. My hope then is I'll grow more followers at a faster rate than I've already done. And this will drive pre-launch excitement. And I'm doing this, as you can see, all organically. I'm not buying ads. That's not part of my game plan. I'm not saying anything wrong with it. It's just not part of what my game plan is. So what's next for me? I'll keep sharing these results. I'm going to share with you the wins, the losses. I'm not holding anything back. The 5-poem opt-in, it's still in existence, and I'll keep working at that. It doesn't take an enormous amount of time on my end. I am incorporated strongly into my creatives as well as those other things I was talking about. Now, my book launch is coming, and this is how I'm setting things up. I'm going to have my social media following as big as possible, and then I'm really going to lean into, hey, I just launched this book, and sharing in many different ways exactly what's in it, and hopefully getting that buzz where people will go from, wow, that looks great, to, wow, I want to make that purchase. I'm curious, I got to ask, did you ever have an email list that you're trying to put together stall? And if you did, what else did you do instead? I'd love to learn from you. Drop your experience down in the comments. If you're new to self-publishing, or maybe you're just struggling a bit, hey, I can relate. I've got a self-publishing roadmap I'd love to share with you. So put book down in the comments. I'll send that to you, along with all the different lessons I learned along the way. I want to put into your hands everything you need to be as successful as possible and get your book into as many readers' hands as possible. Let's make our publishing journey a win and do it together. Now let's watch this video together. In it, we'll go deeper into the elements needed to be successful. We can create great stories, but what about getting the book sold? So I'll see you over there. We're going to keep talking about ways we're going to win together. I'll see you there.